Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is uMkhonto Wesizwe. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so whenever I upload, you'll be the first one to know. uMkhonto Wesizwe Party's member of the National Assembly, Brian Molefe's speech in Parliament reveals the REIPP contracts are designed in a manner that forces Eskom to buy whatever they produce or even when they are not needed. Eskom is basically forced to buy. National Treasury has promised to pay these companies in an event Eskom is unable to buy their electricity or pay them the value of 900 billion rand. Guys, 900 billion. Just imagine.
Has requested for an 8 billion rand clawback from the revenue determination that NERSA had previously approved. This clawback has been approved by NERSA. By doing so, NERSA has acknowledged that its previous estimation of Eskom revenue is different from the actual outcome of revenue from Eskom's operations. The accounting profession calls this a budget variance. Statisticians call it an estimation or a prediction error. What we are considering today is whether a prediction error of 8 billion rand is acceptable or not. The uMkhonto Wesizwe Party's view is that a variance or prediction error of 8 billion rand is not a trivial matter. In fact, it does not qualify to be called an error. It is a fundamental error in estimation. It points to a fundamental flaw in the revenue estimation model of NERSA. More importantly, it points to the fundamental flaw in the operating model of Eskom. We all know that the single biggest expenditure item in Eskom's books is the cost of primary energy. We also know that the biggest source of energy in South Africa is coal. About 85% of energy comes from coal by the amount of energy that is produced. However, by value, in rand terms, coal is 90% in NERSA's revenue determination model. So if you tamper with any of the other things, you're not doing anything. You have to go to the source, which is coal. This means coal, and then buys it from the licensed mines through its 100% ownership of Eskom. We believe that South Africans have a right to enjoy the electricity that is generated through Eskom and the coal that is a natural resource. A state-owned company without having to pay the exorbitant prices through a system that is akin to an extortion racket. The cost of renewables are part of allowable revenue in the NERSA price determination model. Although the cost of renewable energy is decreasing, they remain relatively high, and renewable energy sources do not yet have a solution for the problem of their stop-start nature. They are intermittent. The cost of this stop-start nature of renewables in the system is not built into the revenue calculations, but its effects are felt by the consumer. REIPP contracts are designed in a manner that forces Eskom to buy at whatever price, to buy whatever they produce, and even when they are not needed, and when the system has a surplus energy. Eskom is still forced to buy from the REIPPs. In addition, the National Treasury provides sovereign guarantees in favor of these renewable companies. The National Treasury has promised to pay these companies in the event that Eskom is unable to buy their electricity or pay them. The value of these guarantees to these companies is currently sitting at about 900 billion rand. As the MKP party, we are curious to find out, Deputy Madam Speaker, as to who are those who breathe the air that we breathe, but walk around with sovereign guarantees of 900 billion rand in their back pockets. Perhaps Parliament should initiate an inquiry into those who breathe the air that we breathe, but walk around with sovereign guarantees of 900 billion rand in their back pockets. Perhaps Parliament should initiate an inquiry into the issue of the ballooning of the state's contingent liabilities. The exposure to this risk is not a trivial matter that should be taken lightly. It is an issue that might well end up driving our republic into bankruptcy if we do not ask the difficult questions and seek to fully understand its implications and the motives of those that are driving us into a contingent catastrophe. The NERSA price determination methodology allows for recovery of diesel cost by Eskom, where it is found that the use of diesel was prudent and unavoidable. The open cycle gas turbines at Khorikwa and ANCKZN were, however, designed to also use gas and not diesel. They require a small modification for them to use gas, which is much cheaper than diesel. The decision to make that conversion was taken by management and the board of Eskom many years ago, but never implemented. The cost of diesel can never be prudent as long as Eskom is refusing or unable to convert ANCKZN and Khorikwa to allow the use of gas to run turbines. It would appear that there are interests that are served by the use of diesel during load shedding. We do not support the recovery of diesel costs in this process. As the President General of the ANC, Comrade Oliver Reginald Tambo, said in a message to the external mission in 1971, we who are free to eat and sleep at will, to write, to speak, travel as we please, we who are free to make or break a revolution, let us use our comparative freedom not to perpetuate the misery of those who suffer, not to give indirect aid to the enemy they fight by withholding.
Who are these companies walking around with 900 billion rand guarantees? SIU should investigate the National Treasury. Who signed these REIPP payments guarantees? We need to know as a country, we need to know who signed these REIPP payment guarantees. I'm perplexed. Where is Alta? Where is the Helen Suzman Foundation? Why aren't they saying anything? NERSA also needs to be investigated. No wonder the DA and mainstream media were against the appointment of Brian Molefe as a member of parliament. What is your take in all of this? Please do share your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, don't skip the ads, and turn on that notification bell. I will see you on my next one. Bye.